welcome back to my channel, Home with Kimberly. I'm Kimberly. Today's video is going to be a cook along with me video. It's for breakfast, and I'm probably going to end up creating a playlist because I love to cook. So you'll probably see a lot of cooking stuff on my channel, grocery hauls, stuff like that. But my family's not typically a big like casserole eater or, you know, freeze ahead meals and all that stuff. I would love to do that, but my family typically doesn't like that kind of food. So a lot of times, I mean, I do always plan out my dinners, but a lot of times like lunches and breakfast, I kind of just do by the seat of our pants. My husband really doesn't eat breakfast during the week. My daughter eats breakfast at school, and my toddler, he eats oatmeal every single day. So, but on the weekends, you know, it's just kind of what do we have on hand, what do we want. So I asked my husband what sounded good to him today, and he said an omelet. This video is just kind of taking you through how I made my omelets, and just by using the ingredients that I had on hand in the refrigerator, they turned out so good. These are like my favorite omelets that I've probably ever made. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'd love to hear all your ideas of what you do. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so for starters, of course I originally pulled everything out of the refrigerator that I needed or wanted. Now, I know this potato looks kind of sad, but it was only in the refrigerator for a day. It had just started to turn brown, but it was still good. So I used this potato for my omelet, and not my husband's because he's not a big potato eater. But most of the ingredients I split between he and I. Of course, next I did a yellow bell pepper for some crunch and color. And that's just chop in the pot, and I did divide that between my husband and myself. Next, I chopped up an onion and divided that between both skillets. And I am working with 2 skillets right now. I'm making our omelets separately so I can get them done at the same time. And I notice a little thief in the background sneaking into the pantry. Next, I am adding in a jalapeno. I am usually never without some kind of hot pepper because my husband and I like things spicy. And see the little photo bomber in the background there. And then I did just have to add a little bit of water into my skillet because I noticed the potatoes were cooking a little too quickly before they were softening. Okay, so next I added in fresh garlic clove to each of ours. You hardly ever find me without fresh garlic on hand, and I use it in pretty much everything I make. I love garlic. And I did take my time to mince that up really fine. I do not like big chunks of garlic in my cooking. Okay, so next I added in 3 sausage links, and I always cut those open, take the casing off whenever I'm putting that into something. It just makes it so much easier to cook. And I did 3 for my husband and 3 for myself. Okay, so next I start with the seasonings, some cumin, black pepper, salt, of course Hungarian paprika, one of my favorite ingredients. For my omelet, I also added in 2 slices of bacon. I'm a bacon lover. My husband opted out on the bacon for his omelet. Okay, so now I'm adding in butter to the pan so I can start making the actual omelet part with the eggs, and I did use a separate pan than what I cooked all of the vegetable meat mixture in. So now I am adding 3 eggs into a bowl and just a little splash of milk to go with that. Okay, so here's what the omelet mixture is starting to look like in the pan, and I just take a spatula and I keep going around the edges. I have the heat on lower, and I just keep doing this until most of that runny middle part is really kind of cooked off. Then I add in my filling, and I add in a little bit of cheese here, and then I carefully take my spatula and try to loosen up all the way underneath. You can see a little part of that stuck, but it was okay. Then I flipped half of it over, and I probably let that cook for about, I don't know, anywhere between 1 to 2 minutes. Then I like to flip it over on the other side as well to make sure that all of that egg mixture gets cooked up well. I do not like a runny omelet. And then I simply use a plate that is larger than my skillet to assist me in flipping my omelet. I just carefully flip it out onto the plate, and then I put it back in the pan and let that go for another couple minutes or so on the other side. And this is looking like the finished omelet. Usually mine do actually look prettier than this, but Let me tell you guys, this turned out absolutely amazing. And then I just add some cheese on the top and finish it off under the broiler. This is the finished plate. It was so delicious. My husband loved it, and I actually turned mine more into a hash because there was just too much to put in an omelet. Okay guys, so that was it. As you can see, I actually ended up making my husband the omelet, and I actually kind of turned mine into a hash because with the potatoes and everything, it just turned into this huge, gigantic portion, and I only ended up eating half of that. That was definitely something you can make for 2 people. Let me know what you think. If you liked the recipe, let me know in the comments below if you made it, if you tweaked it, what you thought, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.